So yeah, it is great to be here tonight. Thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. As you know, as I told you, the Space Coast uh, Audubon. I have been there actually. I have done talks there. So hopefully next time I go back to the state when things are back to normal, and hopefully we can meet each other. We can meet in person. So I'm here in Panama. Happy to be here. It's hot and humid. So let me just go here and just go here. So well, I'm gonna talk to you guys about what we have here in Panama. And I want to mention the three locations we have here. Is the Canopy Tower, which is this one here, which is located in the Sovereignia National Park next to the Panama Canal. The Canopy Lodge in the foothills of the west part of the country, actually is in kind of central Panama, and then the Canopy Camp in the Darien area. So these three locations have wonderful habitat, beautiful birds that I'm going to share with you guys tonight. So these places, but let's start mentioning where is Panama located. So we are here in Central America. So this little small country, only 4 million people live here. We have about 1,010 species of bird. So for a small country, it's really, really great. Also, one of the important things is that a lot of the species that come from North America stop in Panama during migration, as well as species that come from South America stop in Panama. So it's kind of a bridge and barrier. The area, of course, Panama is known because of the Panama Canal too, which is another wonderful area there. Okay, let me just keep going. So mentioning the Panama Canal, one of the big money maker for the country, is one of the places that we visit and we do birding when we go there. So if you see here, it's the middle forest lock. There's a nice observation deck that we can see many different species of birds while we learn about the canal. So it's a really good combination here. Go back here, over here. So we're gonna Canopy Tower is here. I was talking about the places where it's located. So Canopy Tower is here near the Panama Canal. The Canopy Lodge is in the Cocle province, and the Canopy Camp in the Darien province. So Panama, if you think about Panama, we don't have east or west coast. If you're going up north, you go to the Caribbean, the Caribbean. If you go south, you go down to the Pacific. And then our neighbor, Costa Rica on the west and Colombia on the east part of the country. So this is the Canopy Tower. This is what it used to be. All radar tower recycled into a lodge. A really unique place. If you're into wildlife, if you're into birding, there's probably some of you that have been here. It's a really great spot. So being able to be up in the morning, and the observation deck is fantastic. So a birding place is amazing for birds like this red-capped manakin is one of the birds that we can see just down the road in a place called Semaphore Hill Road from the Canopy Tower. From mammals too, sloth. We see monkeys around the area there. It's really great. It's a good combination that we have here in Panama with all these different species. And of course, butterfly too. We do butterfly tours. So birds, mammals, butterfly, natural history, herpetology tour. So every thing nature related we do here in Panama. So this is the Sovereignia National Park. It's about 50,000 acres of protected land. Over 500 species have been recorded here in this area. And it's very close to Panama City. So about 45 minutes from the airport to an hour, you're right in this beautiful forest, which is amazing for wildlife and birds. The other important thing to mention is that this park are all protected and connected to other parks. So Sovereignia is connected to Chagres River National Park and also with Camino de Cruces National Park. So make a really good combination. And we need the national park to protect the canal. So the canal run with fresh water. If we destroy the forest, we won't have canal. So that's a very important thing. Here I want to mention the person, the pioneer in the company, Raul Arias, and his son Daniel. He's Raul and Daniel, who are the person behind all the Canopy family. So great team, good people, Raul is a person who works a lot in conservation. So there's a lot of things that he does for conservation in Panama through the company and also personal, which is made me very proud and happy to work for a company who cares about conservation and help into conservation, because we depend on this and we need to protect what we love. So it's very important. And Daniel, who is here, and his son, his name is Raul after his grandpa. He's doing a really good job. So it's a good team, very, very good team. So Raul hired me about 20 years ago to do a hawk migration surveying. So I was hired for a month to be at the Canopy Tower. And 20 years later, well, we're going to be 21 now, I'm still here. It's great. It's a good job. It's a wonderful experience. You know, of course, we had a hard time during the pandemic. But you know, it's a beautiful thing when you have people that come to Panama to see the raptor migration or to see the local birds, and they go back home happy, excited about it. It makes me very, very, very happy. Everybody in the Canopy family. So these are our Mississippi kites, and this is normally October when they travel from North America all the way down to South America. This is the Canopy Tower. This is my backyard. If you look at the forest, it's a beautiful, beautiful forest. And, you know, you're right there. You're right there, you know, 25 minutes from the city, and you're right in the national park. You're right in the forest. That makes the place really spectacular. Beautiful sunrise from the Canopy Tower. Birds will wake you up in the morning, and some of them are like this great tinamou. It's one of the birds that we don't see very often, but we heard almost every single day. And it makes this call. I mean, it's a bird you hear late afternoon and early morning, a great tinamou. And then, of course, the alarm clock for the Canopy family, that this will wake you up. The Mantel Howler monkey. These monkeys, they have a special bone on their throat that they amplify their call. So this one, they made this call. I mean, but 10 times louder what I'm doing. So they're quite common to see them around the tower feeding on the cecropia trees. And, you know, they're very used to see us around there. We don't feed them, but they come to eat the leaf. They eat leaf. One of the amazing things is to be able to just wake up from your bed and go up to the observation deck, have a cup of coffee. Well, those of you that drink coffee, I drink tea. I get too excited. Can you imagine if I drink coffee? No, you don't want to see that. So I drink tea, and it's nice to be just up there. Wake up there, and you start birding right from the observation deck, looking at different beautiful species of birds and mammals. So some of these birds that I'm going to show you have been taken from the Canopy Tower. Digiscoping, some of them digiscoping photos that I do with my Swarovski scope and a nice one. This is a scarlet rump cacique. You don't see the scarlet rump unless you're, you know, like in this part here, unless you're right looking down at them. And this bird makes this call. Very interesting bird. This is the bird that they make this big hanging down nest, almost like Pendula, oriole nest, and they build a single nest in the forest. The female will check it out. If the female like it, she will stay. If she doesn't like it, he has to build a new one. Very, very picky. So here is another view of the observation deck. This observation deck is amazing. We have recorded over 300 species of birds in this area. Mudmots are one of my favorite. Well, I shouldn't say favorite because I will say every bird is favorite. I just love the mudmot. They have this nice racket tail. This is a broad-billed mudmot, and this one here is a whooping mudmot. So good chance to see about 4 species of mudmot in the area. So if you go up to the lodge, and then we have a couple more mudmot there, like the Toddy and other species. Green honey creeper, a common visitor of the cecropia tree around the Canopy Tower. Look at this beautiful bird. This is the male. It's kind of turquoise color. The female is green. That's why it's called green honey creeper. He take the name after the female. Of course, a bird that we always look forward to see is this gorgeous Kill-bill toucan. Kill-bill toucans are gorgeous birds, but they are not. They don't have a beautiful call. They sound like this. They sound like a frog actually, but colorful, very pretty. So they're around the Canopy Tower very often. Like almost every morning we get to see them, and sometimes we see like 12 or 15 in one tree. So we call it like look like a Christmas tree with all these beautiful bright colors. And this guys, the black-breasted puffbird, the northernmost range is Panama, and this is a little video. You see, he got an ant on his bill, if you see that here, and the adults is bringing food. So flies in, grab the food, and got a cricket there. So another bird that we see that the northernmost range is Panama, and it made this call. Beautiful, beautiful. And one of the characteristics of this bird is the black. The head is all black because we have two more species around the tower that are black and white. One is the white neck puffbird. That one has the white forehead, and the pied puffbird. We have a lot of spots on the forehead, and the pied is smaller too. So here, Garter Trogon. This is another gorgeous species. We have 5 different species of trogon that can be seen around the canal area. This is the Garter Trogon. It used to be called violaceous. Look at the beautiful iris, the yellow iris. So actually the iris help to ID the birds. This is the only one with the yellow iris, yellow breast. Well, some of them have yellow breast too, but the iris is a key to identify them. And I made this call. Gorgeous. Black hawk eagle, another amazing, beautiful, powerful raptor. Hawk eagles are amazing. Another favorite family. This one make this call. Really an amazing, amazing bird. Cinnamon woodpecker. This is the male. Look at the red cheek. And the night speckled chest. Look at the speckled chest. Cinnamon woodpecker are often, almost daily, seen around the Canopy Tower or around the trails that we visit. They made this call. Green striped vireo. This is a bird that a lot of people who comes to the Canopy Tower, they want to see. And it's a bird that calls every single day, but not every day is it's a bird that is easy to see because it's well camouflaged. It looks like the color of the leaf, and most of the time it's deep into the forest. So I got this video with the telescope, like yellow throat. And this bird made this call. So you can hear that every single day. Beautiful bird. Green striped vireo. Mastatira, another of the birds that we can see from the Canopy Tower. And we have like a signature bird, like 3 birds that we call it the signature of the Canopy Tower. Green striped vireo, Mastatira, and the next one, the blue Cotinga. This is a female. We do not discriminate female. So we show you everything when you come here. It's the male and the female, we show it to you. The female, like this one, the blue Cotinga, they had a very important job that is nesting. So they cannot be bright as the male. And here's the male. Look at that gorgeous, gorgeous male. Electric blue color, purple belly. Is just Amazing, amazing, amazing bird. Uh, one thing when you see it real life, it almost like the blue morpho butterfly color. Uh, this bird is really amazing. You don't hear it calling. It have a very low call, very low, but it makes a sound when it flies with his wing. It makes kind of like kind of a wind sound. Geoffroy's tamarin. These mammals are near endemic, Panama and Colombia only. Uh, these this mammal, they come very often around the Canopy Tower, and there's about 5 to 6 different groups that live along the Semaphore Hill Road. We do put some banana out at night for mammals like Kinkajou or lingos, but they don't come every night. So during the day, when the olingo do not come to eat the bananas, the tamarins now comes very regularly to the area. And this is the male, by the way. The male is the one in charge of carrying the young one. The female gives birth to two, so twins, and the male is the one that carry them. And everybody in the family also helps with the young one. It's very interesting behavior, very interesting mammal, the Geoffroy's tamarin. Talk about night birds. Nocturnal birds are fascinating. And to me, the putus are one of those birds that I really love. They mimic the branches, they look like the branches, and when they feel like threatening it, they will stretch the neck up to the sky, and they basically look like a branch. And they make this call, this putu, one of my favorite calls. Very neat, soft call. And then from the Canopy Tower, we do day trips to different areas like Cerro Azul. Cerro Azul is about I would say about an hour and 20 minutes from the Canopy Tower. Is foothills, and that's where we go up to look for different species like this gorgeous striped cheek woodpecker. One of the birds that is endemic to Panama, and one of the birds that we always look forward to see when we visit the Cerro Azul area, as well as hummingbird, great for honey creepers like the red leg honey creeper, uh, shining honey creeper. Look at this beautiful, colorful bird. This is the bird that got me into birding, and I'll uh, probably some of you know the story, but in different occasion when you come to Panama, I can talk to you about it. Or if you get a book, there's a book called Good Birders Still Don't Wear White. I wrote an essay there about working in Panama or being a guy is the best job. So if you have that book, there's a chapter that I participate on. It's really nice. This is the red leg honey creeper, shining honey creeper. Look at those black toenails, gorgeous. Talk about tanagers. So when we go up to Cerro Azul, we hope to look for mixed flocks of birds. So one of them is the tanagers that we hope to look for, and this is one of them, the speckled tanager. Look at the colors: the yellow, the blue, the white. Amazing, really amazing. Rufous winged tanager. Another. It's not an easy bird to get when we go up there. What we see the most are bay-headed, but we always hope to see this one. Always a small number of them. Sometimes you can find two or three of them in Cerro Azul. Okay, so I have to show you the Canopy Tower, what the rooms look like. We have no TVs, but we have big windows where you can always have your binocular handy and be ready for options. You never know what's going to show up. Is there a honey creeper or a mammal or a toucan or a mudmud that is going to be singing outside your window? So you have to be ready with your camera and your binoculars always. So this is one of the bigger rooms. And this is one of the other rooms. All the rooms are hot water, cold water, very comfortable. Nothing fancy, but very comfortable for the wildlife. We also have the single rooms at the Canopy Tower. That is, some of you remember, single rooms at the Canopy Tower. We used to share a bathroom and toilet. No anymore. Each single room at the Canopy Tower now. That's one of the positive things of the pandemic for us, is being able to close the tower and redo the rooms there. Now each room have their own shower and toilet, so that's a big plus now at the tower. So from the Canopy Tower, we go to the famous pipeline road. It was a road that was built by the U.S. Military in case the Panama Canal was attacked, so they could provide oil to their bases. But the Panama Canal was never attacked, thanks God. And so now there's a road. It used to be paved, now it's not paved. We use 4x4 to go in, but it's 17 kilometers of road through this beautiful forest. So that allow us to cover different habitats and to see different bird species in the area, and good chances to find, army ant swarm. That's one of the things that we hope to see. And just I'll tell you what we're looking for army ant swarm in a minute. One of the birds that we hope to get on the pipeline road is this great jacamar. There's a male on the here, this one with a white throat, and the female do not have the white throat. And this one made this call. Very nice. And sometimes they sound like a cat doing that, or something like that. This is some of the birds that we hope to see, ant birds, when we are on the pipeline road. If you look at our bird books in Panama, you see ant tanagers, ant pita, ant troches, ant vireos. So that's what we look for then when we are on the pipeline road. So this is the bicolored ant bird, and this is one of the birds that we hope to hear, so we can look for the other species there. So this one made this call. Ocellated antbird. Look at this gorgeous, beautiful blue skin around the face. And this one made this call. So antbirds do not eat ants, okay? They eat the insects that are trying to escape from the ants when they're hunting, so the army ants. But when you come to Panama, we can talk about that. It's a natural phenomenon that is amazing. But when you're here, I can cover more of the information about that. But look at this beautiful spotted antbird. A spotted antbird is not an ant follower like the ocellated and the bicolor. This one is more territorial, but if there is an ant swarm nearby, he will go and join them. This is a male. Look at the spots on the chest, that gray head that matches the color of the eye. Amazing. And this one made this call. So sorry I had to whistle because all the traveling, the recording is packed in the suitcase. So I have to do all the whistles. Plain synops, one of the birds that we can see quite often in mixed flocks of birds. Beautiful. Puffbird, like white whisker puffbird. Another one that is possible to see attended the army ant swarm, but not obligate ant follower. Look at the white whisker on this one. Really nice, bright red eye, gorgeous. A street-chested antpita, another bird that we hope to get. For the antpitas, you have to be very, very patient. They're not easy. They're hard here in Panama to see them. I know there's other places where they feed the antpita. Here, no, we have to take time to see this species. And this one made this call. Nice. Hummingbirds. Hummingbirds is another amazing, beautiful family. And this is a crown wood nymph. It used to be called violet crown wood nymph. And also there's another one called the green crown wood nymph. So now they lump those birds together, and now they both are crown wood nymph. I love it when I get a new species while drinking a cup of tea in the morning and say, oh, this bird is being split, but I don't like when I lose a species, like the green crown wood nymph. Now we have just one. Oh, look at this. This image I took it last year while I was at the Canopy Tower. Well, during the lockdown, we have been working, doing maintenance, doing all other things than guiding. But sometimes when I'm there, I got to see this mother and baby. They were sleeping, crawling in there. I was working on the computer, cleaning furniture, the tower, and then finally they wake up, and the females start going up and start feeding on the Cecropia, and then when they start going up the Cecropia tree, they stop for a minute, a long minute. And then the young one just went up and give the mom the keys. I love this photo, and this one with my telescope and my phone. Gorgeous. We look at everything. We're in nature, so we don't ignore things around us. And this is one of the cool dancerfly. This is called the helicopter, long-wing helicopter, or helicopter dancerfly. They specialize on a spider. So they do like a helicopter with 4 wings, and they pull out a spider out of the spider web. Butterfly, like I say, we have butterfly tours. I'm not a butterfly expert, but I'm an expert in blue morpho. If I see a blue morpho, I can tell you right away. But if we see a different butterfly, we have to talk to Tino or Linda, which is our butterfly expert. Like Linda took this photo of the regal hairstick. Butterflies are I love watching them. I'm learning them little by little, but it will take me a while to get it down. I'm still with the birds, bird calls, bird sounds, and bird behavior. But look at this variable crescent, another gorgeous butterfly. So we have butterfly tours like 3 times a year. So you can check our website and see the butterfly. If you're into butterfly, of course, we see birds too. Look at this Confusa tiger wing. They're amazing. We have over 2,000 species of butterfly in Panama. It's crazy. So after a beautiful long day, it's nice to come up to the Canopy Tower. This is a dining room. Some of you that have been there remember this. This is where we serve the meal. This is where we get together. This is to do the checklist. The nice thing is that we only have 8 double rooms at the Canopy, actually 7 double rooms at the Canopy Tower and 4 single rooms. So we're very small, and that is very neat, especially these days. At night, we do a night walk, a night drive around the canopy. And one of the owls that we hope, and one of the highlights, is the Choco screech owl, which is Canal Zone down to Colombia. And it makes this call. Very soft, short call. And well, it is. This photo I took it last year during the lockdown. For me, it was very good to have the Canopy Tower because I could just go there, and instead of being in the Howler lockdown, my family and I will go there and stay there during the weekends, and I will go out at night and spend time just looking at these birds and enjoying watching them like these owls. At night, this is one of the mammals that comes to eat the bananas that we hang out into the trees, and this is a Kinkajou. And as you can tell, the Kinkajou, the Olingo is pretty similar. They're in the raccoon family, and they have a prehensile tail. If you look at the tail here, the Olingo do not have the prehensile tail. So this is the Kinkajou, very neat. Panamanian night monkeys, another mammal that we hope to see what we are at the Canopy Tower. And again, we have a mammal tour as part of the birds and mammals. Look at this. This is during the day. Look at the big eyes. Amazing mammals. And then from the Canopy Tower, we're gonna go up to the foothills, higher elevation, cooler temperature, and it's the Canopy Lodge. It's located in the crater of a dormant volcano. And this is a perfect aerial photo of the valley. Look at here. This is where the lodge is located. It's a beautiful town, beautiful community, very nice people that live there. And this is the town where the town is located. This is the photo I took from, we go up to the hill up there, actually birding, and we can look down at the valley. Gorgeous. And here's the Canopy Lodge. Canopy Lodge is, I don't know if some of you, if you go into our website, we have a live camera that we feed birds like 3 times during the day. So early morning, midday, and in the afternoon. So there is a lot of birds that you can see and learn from the live camera from at the Canopy Lodge. Actually, on Monday, I'm gonna be doing a live talk or a live birding from the lodge. is through a company called Nature Trek. So they have a Zoom meeting there. So 7 in the morning, if you are available on Monday, I can send the link to Rochelle, and you can, log into the live birding that we're going to be doing. It's going to be about 45 minutes. Beautiful waterfall, just 5 minutes walk from the Canopy Lodge, and we have this beautiful, beautiful waterfall, and we look for this bird, the sun bittern. This bird is a gorgeous bird, and especially when they open the wings, it's amazing. We have beautiful big rooms. The Canopy Tower, we have a small room. So I think Raul, when he built the lodge, he did what he couldn't do at the tower, because the tower with limited space there. And it's beautiful, big rooms, nice balcony. Always, again, no TV, so binoculars and camera, always ready, always ready. Rufous mudmots, one of the mudmots that we can see around the Canopy Lodge. They made this call. You can hear it in the morning. Very deep call. They have this serrated bill. Look at this serrated bill. And they eat fruits, insects, snakes. Very nice. Okay, go here. Next. Collared aracari. This guy, when the collared aracari comes to the feeder, some of you who have seen the live camera, I mean, they're like the local mafia. They take over the whole thing. They don't leave anything for anybody. They're gorgeous. I think they're gorgeous in a way, those collared aracaris. Black-chested jay, another bird that is special in Panama. Actually, in Panama, it's quite common, while in other countries, it's not very easy to see. This one made this call. Look at the blue. I love jays. Jays are my favorite. I'll have to say that even well, people say, oh, blue jay is common. I love blue jays. In Texas, I get to see some. Oh, beautiful. I love every time I see those jays. Bay-headed tanagers, quite common around the grounds. No, it doesn't come that often to the feeder, but it's quite common around the grounds and the areas that we go birding. This is one of the special birds that we hope to see every time we go up to the lodge, and it's the Toddy mudmot. And this will make this call. Look at the beautiful blue on top of the eye, the little black spot behind the eye. This bird is always on the dark, and this photo was taken by a friend of mine called Rafael Lau, which is an amazing photographer. He took him a while to get this photo of this gorgeous bird. Red-eyed tree frog. At night, there's a little ponds around the lodge that we go out at night for a walk and to look for different things. And then frogs is always a highlight to see, and this is one of them. This is what my eyes look like when I used to travel to England for one of the festivals there. Tawny crested tanager, another family of birds that we see quite often when we go up to the lodge, and they are in large family of 20, 25 or more of them. And one of the interesting thing about this bird is that when they nest, everybody helps incubating and feeding the young one. That's why they have been so successful. This tawny crested tanager, gorgeous. Some of the highlights too that we hope to see when we are at the lodge is the speckled owl that have been recorded for the last, I would say, 10 years in one of the areas they're nesting, and also the collared trogon. Another one that used to be called the orange-bellied trogon. It was Panama and Costa Rica only. Now is lumped together back with the collared trogon. And the trogon made this call. Black-faced grosbeak. This is another photo of my friend Rafael Lau. Beautiful black-faced grosbeak that can be seen in mixed flocks too around the lodge. And this bar forest falcon, amazing, beautiful bar. Forest falcons are hard, but if you find an army ant swarm, around the Canopy denture near the Canopy Lodge, there is high chances that you'll see this bar Forest Falcon in there. And also the, well, some of the other birds, like a rare one, hard to find, are the white sicklebill. If you go to the right habitat, the right plants, the right flowers, and wait there, sometimes it takes a long time. Sometimes they show up, sometimes they don't. But this is one of those gorgeous hummingbirds with a bill. Look at that bill, gorgeous. And this is one of the highlights that people hope to see. Actually, today, while I was boarding the flight, one of the guys sent me a WhatsApp photo of a ground cuckoo today, actually, from the lodge. And he said, Carlos, the ground cuckoo is waiting for the people, for the birders to come so he can show himself to them. It was right on the open on the trail, so he got a really nice photo of the Rufous Bentley ground cuckoo. And this is a photo by my friend Rafael Lau that he took a couple of weeks ago. Actually, I went with him up to the lodge because there was a huge army ant that was there for about a week. So we were able to see this ground cuckoo. And when there's an ant swarm there, ground cuckoos, there's high chances, there's 75% that there will be chances to see the Rufous Bentley ground cuckoo. And from the lodge, from the mountain, we come down to the lowland for a day trip with a picnic lunch, go down to the beach area and the Pacific dry forest with different species of bird. Oyster catcher are possible there, but also like crested bobwhite are possible in that area, like mouse-colored tyrannolet, red-breasted meadowlark. So a totally different habitat and different species that we can add to our list by going to down 45 minutes down from the lodge. And tropical screech owl, that was happened during New Year last year, sorry. And I was just, during the lockdown, went down to the beach house where we do the picnic lunch and stayed there with my family. And I was talking to my sister on the phone, and all of a sudden I say, I'll call you back. She's like, what happened? I said, I had a bird just landed above my head. So I hung up and I got my telescope, got some photos, went back into the hammock, laid down, and started watching this screech owl. And an hour later, I called my sister, and my sister said, wow, that was quick, Carlos. Normally, it would take longer when I'm watching bird, but it was beautiful to see this tropical screech owl. And I made this call. Gorgeous. Talk about interesting creatures like this Rhinoceros Beetle. They're harmless, but they're really, really neat to see or to find. We don't find them very often, but are really nice. One of the biggest beetle in the world, I believe, Rhinoceros Beetle. From the Canopy Lodge, I'm now going to show you the Canopy Camp in Darien. Darien is one of those beautiful forests, and Raul decided to design something different from the tower and the lodge, and he decided to have like safari-style tented camp. I mean, there's 8 of them. If you can see, here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and they all run with solar panels. There's a solar panel here, and the electric building there. It is really a unique and amazing place to be here. Beautiful grounds, very nice hummingbird feeders in there. This is where we do the checklist. This is where we have our meal in there. Nice, feeders that we can see with oropendulas. So chances to see 3 species of oropendula while you're here in the Darien. This is the chestnut-headed. Black-cheeked woodpecker, one of the common birds that could be common in actually the 3 places, but in Darien is one of the one that comes to eat the banana. Here we have the crested oropendula, all black on the head. The other one have chestnut on the head, and doesn't have that bigger bill like the chestnut-headed crested oropendula. Let's go next. White-faced capuchin. Those come every day to eat the banana, and it's amazing how they come and they start grabbing not one, they grab 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 They put it under their arm and they start running away with bananas. So this is the tent, what they look like. Very nice. Each tent has their own shower and toilet. I'll show you in a minute. You don't have to set up anything. We call it the Canopy Camp. It took me a while when I was promoting the Canopy Camp in the U.S. Because during in the festival, I would talk to people. Oh, we have the Canopy Camp, and people used to tell me, "Oh, we don't do that anymore." And I used to say, "Oh, I didn't understand quite what they mean. We don't do that anymore." But and then after a while, I started asking some friends. Every time I talk to people about the Canopy Camp, they told me, "Oh, we don't do that anymore." It's like, "Oh, Carlos," because they think that they need to set up everything, set the tents, and I said, "No. We have everything set up." So what I do now, I show people the photo of the tent. It's safari style. You don't have to do anything. Just come with us. We'll take you there and just be ready for a good time. Very comfortable. Some of them are with 2 beds. Bright rum attila, bird that we can hear quite often around the camp. Some of the other tents are with 1 bed. Beautiful floor with thick wood, and each tent is facing the forest. So we have a competition during the week while you're there. Is what is the best bird you see from the deck or from the shower. So we have been feeding the king vulture. We have sometimes up to 5 king vulture that comes into a feeding station that we started doing last year. It's a gorgeous vulture. This king vulture is really amazing. The colors of the head, white with a black edging, is really neat. This is the white-fronted nunbird, another one that is possible to see at the camp. Not very often. There's other places too, like San Francisco Reserve, that we stop and trying to find these nunbirds in the puffbird family. Donacobius, really neat. They sound like an alarm. They made this call. Black-capped Donacobius. Neat bird. I love Donacobius. And they're like the wetlands. Macaws, chances to see 3 different species of macaw, like blue and yellow, great green, and chestnut fronted. And here I have to show you the bathroom, because the bathroom are right there next to the same platform where the tent is. So each tent have their own shower. So they're facing the forest, and the sky is open in the sky. So while you're taking a shower, just look up, because there might be a macaw flying up, or a toucan, or woodpecker. So be ready. Or king vulture flying over your head. Gorgeous. And then we have hot water too in there. I'll tell you when you come why we have hot water there. Pale belly hermit, another specialty of the area at the camp. It comes to the feeders. Spot crown barbet. These birds are near endemic, Panama and Colombia only. It's one of the that we hope to see when we're there. Gray cheek nonlet, another near endemic, Panama and Colombia only. This one made this call. Neat. Black crown anthieta, another specialty. Actually, this one can be seen also from the lodge and at the camp. And they have a long call. You make this call. You have to multiply what I'm doing, this bird, by 10. Maybe. And that continue for a long time. Gorgeous. It's not an easy bird. Like I say, anthetas are not easy. They're hard to find. Or actually, we know the spots where we can try for them, but they come quickly, briefly. And I was lucky to get these photos at the camp about in 2019, actually, just before everything shut down. One of the beautiful things about the Canopy Camp is being able to work with the native people. These people from the community called me over here. We have been working with them for the last 7 years now, 7 years. And they have beautiful trails in the community that we use and pay them to use the trails, plus people buy their handcraft. So it's nice to see how they're protecting now their land, because they want to get more birders to come and to enjoy the birds. that, cutting the trees down and selling it to the loggers for $20. They'll make more money now selling the basket, and also by having us as an entrance fee just to use their land. So it's nice how we have been working with them. And I told them, when I meet with them, I say, I don't want you to change the way you live, but I want you guys to be better in terms of not having garbage in the community, plastic bag, and you have to see the improvement in this community. It's beautiful. These people are really friendly, very sweet, and I love this. They're my friends, and I really love going and helping them in their communities in different ways. This is me during the pandemic. I had to shave a little bit when I scare you guys. So beautiful mask they make. Look at this mask that they make, and they're going up the river, going to the community. We use during the rainy season, the roads are closed in some areas, so we have to use some dugout canoes. We see like tropical river otters along the river there. This is the dugout canoe. The dugout canoe, it took me a while to learn that actually when I ordered the dugout canoe, when I talked to them, I say, okay, I have 8 people going to the camp, to the village. And I say, I did it for 8 people, and they will send me a dugout canoe. And I say, oh my God, that's too small. And now I learned that I have to tell them by the carrying capacity of plantain and bananas. This is what they use the dugout canoe to transport the bananas and all the produce that they produce. They take it down to the village, to the town, and they sell it there. The truck will come and get it, but by the carrying capacity, this is a 10,000 banana carrier. So when I call it, I need a 5,000 banana carrier, I need an 8,000 banana carrier, or a 10,000 banana carrier, depending on the amount of people we have. Green and Rufous kingfisher, one of the hardest kingfisher to find. It is one of the birds that we can see quite often near the village. They have a nice pond, and we go there, and this bird is pretty much there almost all the time. Another near endemic, Panama and Colombia only, with a very restricted range, is the dusky-backed jacamar. And we can see this bird from the community. The beautiful thing is that the native, we have been teaching them birds, and they have been learning calls, and they have been learning behavior and the habitat of birds. So now they know where the dusky-backed jacamars are. So before we go there, they're already looking for this species, which is really nice. Whitewater titan, another gorgeous flycatcher that likes the wetlands and edge of the rivers, and beautiful. And this one, the black Pendula, another near endemic, Panama and Colombia only. Beautiful. And Panama is actually easier to see in Panama than Colombia. I have some friends from Colombia that have been coming to Panama to see it, because in Colombia there's an area that's still restricted. So they come to see it here in Panama. Beautiful. This is a black-headed Toddy flycatcher. This bird is very small, very little. The name is bigger than the bird. Black-headed Toddy flycatcher. Very small. We can see it actually at Camp, Tower, and also at the Lodge area. About a month ago, I had a call from these native people. We have been working with different native community in the Darien. So I got this call, and this guy said, Carlos, there is a Crested Eagle nesting. Crested Eagle was my nemesis bird for many, many years, and it's probably rarer than Harpy Eagle to see. So having a nest is amazing. So he called me, and I went there, and I got to see the bird still incubating, still in the nest there. So now we have a good potential to see for the next, I will say, 4 or 5 months to see a Crested Eagle. We can, it's about 45 minutes by boat, and then from the boat is about 10 minutes walk. 10-minute walk. They told me it was like 5 minutes, but I went there and 10 minutes walk actually from there. Because I before with the native people, I had learned that when they tell you, oh, Carlos, it's 30 minutes, you have to double that. So I always go to check it out first before I give any information out to people. Beautiful Crested Eagle. Here's a photo of the Crested Eagle. This is a different one that I had in 2019. nesting in a different location. But they're gorgeous, gorgeous crested eagle. And of course, our national bird, the harpy eagle. Right now, there's two nesting sites. The young ones are like a year and a half now, so they're flying, they're moving around. Good chances to see it, but right now they're flying quite far and coming back. They keep coming back. They'll be there for another year, and then they will fly away, and the harpy will start building a nest again. So it takes 3 years for the harpy eagle to actually to nest again. That's why they can be easily endangered. And every time I see this bird, it's just an amazing. Look at the talons on this bird. One of the most powerful bird of prey in the world. And here's the young one that I got to see in December last year. This is now he's a year and a half old, and he's flying around, moving around, exploring the area, exploring the trees. It's just neat. So it's beautiful. During the pandemic, I have missed seeing a lot of people, a lot of friends to come to Panama to enjoy nature, to, birding for me as a guy, I love birding. I can go birding by myself, but it's better when you go with people, with friends, or people who love, that would share the same passion about nature, about birds, and seeing people just smiling, happy after a crested eagle, harpy eagle, or toucan, or the common bird that we have. That's priceless. That's really beautiful. We have been doing now in the Canopy family. We have a trip to the western part of Panama. So if you have been to the tower and the lodge, and you haven't been to the camp, then we can do what we call the Grand Panama Tour, which is include the Canopy Camp. You can add a few days at the Canopy Tower, and then the western part of Panama, which is Chiriquí Highland, Bocas del Toro. This is a place called Tranquilo Bay Lodge, which is a gorgeous place, and the go up to the highland to see these beautiful birds like the quetzal. The resplendent quetzal is just one of the amazing birds, and I did a trip a week ago, about 15 days ago with my daughter up into the highland. And my kids, they love nature. My daughter loves nature, but there are no birders. I don't, I'm okay with that. But she did tell me like that. I would love to, what I would like to see? I would like to see a quetzal. Of course, I got so happy, so excited. So I wanted to show her the best quetzal. So we got to show her this beautiful one. Here we have the, again, Canopy Tower, Canopy Lodge, Canopy Camp, 3 great locations, plus the highland that we're here waiting for you guys to come to Panama to enjoy nature. And I want to say that we have all-inclusive birding package, so you don't have to worry about anything. Meal, lodging, guiding, transportation, entrance fee to National Park, all inclusive. You come down and we'll pick you up and we do the rest and bring you back to, so you can head back home happy with what you have done here in Panama with us. And I have to mention this for the member of Space Coast Audubon. If you book any week package in 21 and 22, you'll have a 15% discount of any of our week package. So hopefully that will make you come. Panama is safe, easy to travel, friendly people, and good food. And then, one thing that I have to say, if you have any diet, you don't have to worry about it. Just let us know, gluten-free, vegetarian, vegan, whatever you have, we can do it because we're very small. We're not a big lodge. So we can personalize your stay and you can, have your meal prepared without any problem. So good. Also now with the single rooms, you don't have to pay single room supplement. You have your own shower and toilet there. The Canopy Lodge, we have single rooms too. So I want to thank you again for being here tonight. And I want to apologize for the whole delay that I have with my flight and supposed to be here yesterday, but I'm glad I was able to be here with you guys tonight. So thank you very much.
Carlos, woohoo! Let's see those hands up, everybody. Oh my gosh, that was spectacular. And here I have a treat for you. So you can see when we were doing the dry run, I told you I couldn't dig it out. But the very little villages that you were talking about, this is my prized possession that I got when I got to ride in a dugout canoe and spend a day with one of the native tribes, sitting there weaving this, amongst many other things. So, but the real crime was I was not a birder, as you know, when I went. So I was scuba diving and doing the canal and doing a bunch of other things. So it was spectacular. That was really amazing. Who has any questions? Let me just say that a couple things that came up in chat. First of all, Susan and a couple others were saying, we only wish we could whistle half as good as you. So that was really amazing. I knew that we probably wouldn't be able to play the calls, but it didn't matter. We got to hear what it sounded like anyway, so that was spectacular. A few folks asked about, is this recorded? It is recorded, and in about 10 days, we'll have it up on the website. We will also have it up on the Space Coast Audubon YouTube channel. So you can listen to it there, show it off to all of your friends and all those people that you're going to be calling up saying, let's go, let's get on a flight. So let me just see, are there any questions? Anyone who's on video, if you want to raise your hand or if you want to put their little hand up, let's just see while everyone's looking. Steve looks like he has his hand up. Steve, what question do you have?
Yes, would you comment on the two seasons? Is there the rainy season and the dry season, or the high season and the low season?
Yeah, it's better named than calling high and and low season. So green season is basically when we have all our local birds, and it's the wet season, May through December. But actually things have been changing. If you notice, right now we have rain in Panama Island. It was wet and raining. So May to December, basically our wet season, and then dry season is from late December to February, March, and part of April. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Susan was asking, and I'm trying to remember now, when you had there was a video right after you showed the harpy eagle. What was the bird in the video just following the harpy eagle? Do you remember what that was?
Before the harpy eagle?
Right after the harpy eagle.
Right after.
I can't remember either. We can play it back in the slides, but
the one with the long tail?
Susan, do you want to go on? It looked like a kite, she said. I'm trying to remember what it was. I'd have to look up the slide deck.
Okay.
But we can check it out. I can look at the. It was a raptor, and she says no worries.
I mean the crested eagle, right? The one that looked like the crested.
Crested eagle.
Crested eagle, yeah. It looks almost like a harpy, but it's smaller and it's very hard to. It's a bird that we don't know much about it. So hopefully this nesting will learn more. But it's one of those birds that people who have been birding in the tropics, that they want it. They want that bird because that was my nemesis for many years. When I got to see it, I got to see an immature. And I went with the boatman into the Chucunaque River, and we got there, and I saw the young one, and I wanted to see the adult. And the captain of the boat, he told me 30 minutes later, we have to go. And I say, why do we have to go? He said, well, because the tide is coming in, so this area is gonna be all wet. I'm like, yeah, right. I said, no, I want to wait here because I wanted to see the adults. I thought this guy, now he got me there. Now he's done for the day. Now he wants to get back early. I thought, I want to see my bird. So I waited there for about an hour and a half. And I was with two other friends. And I didn't see the adult. I got to see the young one. Right when I started walking back, I was walking through a big pond. Water everywhere. I was with water up to my waist. And then I apologized to the guy. I say, you know what? I'm sorry because I thought you were trying to leave, and I'm sorry. I trust you next time when you say, when you tell me this. But I got to see the young one. I didn't see the adult until later on. Years later, I got to see the adult actually on the same location when he took me the first time to see the young one. Very, very nice.
Fantastic. Vicky has a question. Vicky?
Actually, not a question, but I just wanted to add that I've had an opportunity to visit Panama twice, and I've been to all 3 locations, and I can confirm that each one is special and they take really good care of you. And I met Carlos through the birding festival, and he's never there when I go, but he makes sure I'm well taken care of. He's trained the other guides well and taught them a lot of those whistles as well. So I've always had a great time there and great birds, and it really is a convenient and just a great place to go. Highly recommend it.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks so much,
Thank you,
Vicki.
One of the things, Vicki, is, like I met you, like I said, the festivals and everything. We have 11 guys, and we have a great team. They're very, very, very good, excellent team. That's why I'm able to go out to promote the lodges. Or if I needed to have good guide and give them good training and train them well. I mean, I told them, you guys, you got to be better than than anybody. You have to make sure when people come to Panama, they enjoy the trip. And I always tell people, I'm going to put you with my best guy. And nobody, it doesn't matter who take you. When you leave, you're going to leave happy, because they're so excited, so passionate about nature and about birds. And this is why I'm able to do this, to go out. And I was in Texas promoting Panama because I have a team here that I know they're going to do a great job. So yeah, thank you, Vicki. Thank you so much.
Okay. Any other questions? So I would say probably everyone wants to know, Carlos. First of all, once you get settled and everything, I will make sure for everyone, Carlos and I will exchange. I'll get you the link for the session he was talking about at Monday. That's 7 a.m. Panama time, which is 8 a.m. our time. So if you want to join that live birding, see 45 minutes more of what you've seen and see what's going on. So please do that. We'll also put a little note in there, and also when I load up the slides about that 15% off discount. There's a flyer that Carlos has sent that will add on to the website and to the meetup link, so that you can have that 15% off any 1-week trip as well. But Carlos, what does it look like? I know that, speaking of Vicki, one of your first people when you and I were doing the preparation for this session was some folks who got my second vaccine, hopped on an airplane from Colorado, where Vicki is now, and came. So are people, you say they're sort of trickling in? Are you in a non-quarantine state? What's the situation on the ground COVID-wise? Carlos? Oh,
yeah. No, in Panama, they're doing a great job with the vaccine. We had a very high number of cases. But when they start doing the vaccine in February, they start dropping down the cases. Amazing. All the healthcare people have been vaccinated, the police, the firefighter, and now they're starting with 65 plus people vaccinated. My mom got her first shot a week ago, so that was very good and very excited for me, because it's very difficult. Sorry.
Well, we're seeing that same thing here. I had my second one today, and people are starting to get it. So hopefully,
some of you that know me, I love to give a good hug. Being able to go to see your mom, don't give her a hug. It's like, wow, that's hard.
Hug free is I have to say, it's one of the most difficult things in the pandemic.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let me see. We've got 2 more quick. Let me just see what's in chat here. Steve was wondering what month that Vicki went to Panama. She said April, so this month. So she's seen it exactly as it looks now. And just looking, I don't think we have any other questions. So I think other than people really want to replay this, so we'll get that recording up as quickly as possible. But, Carlos, this was spectacular. I mean, you brought it to life in an entirely different way, even than the festival. That's just one thing, but here and doing it in your car, literally seconds after you cleared customs, and you and I are going, what's up? And I'm like, okay, let's talk a little bit longer about this.
When I was, my flight was from Houston because I couldn't get a direct flight. Normally, I get a Houston, Panama direct flight, but for some reason, it was a last minute meeting that I have in Houston. So I flew from Houston to Costa Rica, Panama. When I'm there, I got there earlier. I see the captain of the flight. I said, "You're gonna be the captain of the flight?" He said, "Yes." I said, "Well, I had a meeting." A meeting at 5. I'm at 5, but if I can be there at 5:30 with my computer, he's like, "Well, I'll do my best." Well, I'm gonna be talking about things that fly. So he laughed.
There you go.
He said, "I'll do my best."
So he even puts in a good word with the pilot on the way there.
Yeah.
So I would just like to do one more quick round of applause. Everyone, hands up for Carlos. Thank you so much. Carlos, that was absolutely spectacular. I want to thank everyone for joining this evening. We hope to see you at one of our field trips that we have going on. We hope that you'll do Birdathon tomorrow and the Frog Watch on Sunday night. And also, for those of you who are not yet out in the field, we do hope that you'll return next month, where we'll have an update on Eagle Watch from the head of the Eagle Watch program. So safe birding. Thanks for joining us. Special thanks to those of you. I think we had 2 first-timers here tonight. So thanks for coming and checking us out. And everyone have a happy birding weekend. We'll see you again soon. Good night from the Space Coast Audubon. Bye, Carlos.
Good night. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye, all.
Bye. Bye, Steve.
Bye.
Enjoyed it. Good seeing everybody.
Bye,
Good birding.
Vicki. Great to hear from you.